Hi everyone, this is Rene Bastarache. I was watching a video a few days ago online, a YouTube video, where this public speaker came on and she asked a very important question. Now, it was designed to shed light on why we as entrepreneurs do what we do. Now, I'd like to ask you the same question, and then I'm going to take some time in this video to give my answer to it. My hope is that it will give you the same kind of guidance that it gave me. So, are you ready? What's your why? Think about that. Why do you do what you do? What motivates you or excites you to do what you do, and how can it help others? So the first thing that came to my mind when I heard this question is, my why is to hypnotize people. But that's not really my why. Why do I hypnotize people? Why is it important? Why aren't I still in sales or entertainment like I did before? What makes me want to do what I do? And then it hit me. The reason I do hypnosis is because of my fascination with the mind, with quantum physics, with the law of attraction, and virtually everything surrounding thought and imagination. So as they would say in Alice in Wonderland, how deep down the rabbit hole do you want to go? I'm going to try not to go too deep, but I can't guarantee everything. So first of all, I believe that we are what they call blended beings. What's a blended being? A blending of conscious and subconscious, or a blending of physical and spiritual. Think about it. A blending of spiritual and physical. Everything is vibration. Everything is a vibrating energy. And energy is eternal. Energy can't be destroyed. It can't be created. It can only be altered, changed, manipulated. So you can do anything with energy, but you can't create new energy, and you can't destroy or eliminate the energy that already exists. It's eternal. It's, I guess you could say, immortal. It goes on forever. So knowing that, our thoughts, emotions, and even our very selves, who we are, what we are made from this same energy that is connected to everything. So we're capable of universal thought, which I'm going to talk more about in a few moments. So what excites me about this field is to learn and to be able to share things about the law of attraction, the power of thought and emotion, as I mentioned earlier, to be able to help you to understand who and what you are, to understand the nature of the universe and how to attain what you want. In other words, how to attain what was once thought unattainable to you. It's a concept of unlimited possibilities. So who are you? You're a blended being. You're a being of universal consciousness. You're a being of vibration when you want to be, okay? Because our conscious mind is what drives us. Our conscious mind is what keeps us going. It's like the engine in the car. So when it lets go, when it wants to, it has the ability to access all these things. Now, I can go on for hours on this, but just let me go ahead and move on, because I'm trying to tell you what excites me about this field, what my why is, and not spend a 2 or 3 hour course on each different topic. Another thing that excites me is I guess you could say, the traits of the conscious mind versus the subconscious mind. Understanding these traits and getting into them really helped me to understand a lot about myself and why people do what they do. Give you an example. Here's some of the traits of the conscious mind. I'm not going to get into them in depth. I'm just going to go over the titles. Number 1, it's extremely rebellious. Number 2, The conscious mind is negative-minded or geared towards negativity. Number 3, it is a duality, I guess you could say. Duality meaning there's the observed and the observer. Right now I'm observing you and you're observing me. So there's a duality. There's a distinction between us. Number 4, it's in charge and it makes all decisions. Number 5, it's extremely limited in its abilities. As a child, we used to say you're lucky that you can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. That's because the conscious mind can't do too much at once. Number 6 is ego-driven. That individuality again. Me, okay? Number 7 is it's very judgmental and opinionated. It has a strong sense of what's right and what's wrong. Number 8, it's a creature of habit. 9, it has a sense of linear time, okay? There's the past, the present, and the future. So there's linear time. 10, it's based on your 5 senses. Let me see if I can get them right. There's a sense of sight, sound, taste, feeling, and smell, okay? 11, it's habit-driven. You realize that approximately 90 to 95% of all the decisions you make come from your past. It's programmed, comes from your programmed behavior. Excuse me. Now the subconscious mind, okay, subconscious mind is always on. It's always recording. It's like I guess you could say a tape recorder or a digital recorder. Number 2, the subconscious mind is very childlike. It has similar traits to a 5-year-old child, such as it's innocent and it's naive. Number 3, rather than a duality, it's a oneness. Okay, everything is one. It's like kind of like drops in the ocean. We're all individual drops, but it's one ocean. So everything is one, everything is connected. Thus, the consciousness is a universal consciousness. Number 4, it's like an out-of-control genie. I love using that saying, an out-of-control genie. Whatever you focus on, not whatever you want, but whatever you focus on, the subconscious mind will always attract to you. Okay, and that's also the law of attraction. So yes, the law of attraction is based on the subconscious mind or the universal mind. Now, keep in mind, whatever you focus on, so whether it be positive or if you're focusing on negative, that's why some people will say, well, I can't do that. And I'll say, you're right, because that's what you're focusing on. Or I can do that. You're also right. Number 5, it is unlimited in its abilities. Think of that, unlimited, the subconscious mind. Number 6, it's open-minded. There's no right or wrong. Everything is simply as it is. Right now, for example, me speaking to you and you watching me. This is what life has to give you at this moment. And it's okay. It's not right or wrong. It just is. Number 7, it's not a linear existence. The subconscious mind is a oneness, okay? There's no past. There's no present. There's only now. So the past is simply a now experience that's gone by. So it's just now. Number 8, it's based on the 6th sense, which is your sense of imagination. Number 9, there's no ego because there's no individuality. If everything is one, there's no such thing as ego. Number 10, the subconscious mind does not understand negativity. It's only inclusive. It's only positive. So if you get negative feelings, you're going to know they're not from the subconscious. They're not from the spiritual realm. The negative feelings are from the conscious mind. Number 11, the subconscious mind doesn't understand sarcasm. And number 12, the subconscious mind doesn't understand humor as we know it. Now, something else that really excites me besides the traits of the conscious and subconscious mind is the brainwave states. Now, you've heard me talk a lot about the brainwave states. I've even written a book about it called How to Get Out of Your Mind. Okay, the brainwave states help you to understand what is possible, especially in hypnosis, what you can do with hypnosis. Now, we all probably have heard of the four basic brainwave states, which are beta, which is what you're in right now as you're listening to me, a busy state, alpha, theta, and delta. But you can learn so much more about yourself and about the mind and hypnosis if you can understand the less spoken of brainwave states, the ones you don't hear so much about them. And here's some of those different levels. Okay, one is called the alpha theta transition between alpha and theta, the theta delta transition, the epsilon state, the high beta gamma transition, the gamma state, the hyper gamma state, and the lambda state. So there's so many more states. Now, understanding these will show you where your mind must be in order to do things such as where to go if you want to heal a minimum of 3 times faster. Okay, that's in delta. Where you can go to access your PTSD if you have that, or hidden traumatic memories. Those are hidden in theta. So there's so many things it can help you with, such as releasing the HGH, a human growth hormone, also known as the anti-aging hormone. Through these brainwave states, you'll learn where you have to be to attain the universal consciousness, to create hallucinations or negative hallucinations, to eliminate all your stress immediately. That's right, in the subconscious mind, if there's no past, no future, if it's only now, then most of the states have no stress because stress occurs in the past and in the future. There is no stress in the now. Where you need to be to release endorphins, to enhance your intuition, to create anesthesia at will for operations, or if you hurt yourself and you just want to get rid of the pain. Where hypnosis begins and where it ends. Where to create critical mass. Critical mass is where you can overwhelm yourself so much that you become extremely open to hypnosis. Where to attain out-of-body experience and even suspended animation. You've heard of suspended animation, where you can slow everything down so much that if you're tested, it almost seems like the person is dead. The yogis, up in the mountains somewhere, do that. They can slow everything down to a sense of suspended animation, which is extremely similar to someone being in a coma. In addition to the brainwave states, what else excites me? Being able to test your mind. We do this in all our sessions, to test someone's mind, to find out what mindset they have, whether they're analytical or non-analytical, okay? Now, there's so many varying degrees between them. There's no 100% analytical or non-analytical. You're both in a lot of different areas. But this will help you to understand so much more about yourself, about your spouse, about your clients, about everyone. Helps you to understand why they are the way they are. I've tested people and the wife would look at me and say, "So that's why my husband's that way. I always wondered what was wrong with him." There's nothing wrong with him. He just thinks differently than she does. How to create and attain goals, okay? How to create choices. I also have a lot of excitement in the whole process of how to pull from unlimited possibilities to create my goals and to make choices. Because with that, I now have the opportunity to pretty much change whatever I want to change in my life. So now that brings me to the whole part of how do I change my life? How do I condition or program my mind? And that's where hypnosis comes in, or even different varying. There's a lot of different ways of doing hypnosis, such as affirmations, repetition, neurolinguistic programming, imagination training, self-hypnosis, and of course hypnosis, because all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. So here's just a few things that you can do with hypnosis, which makes it so exciting. Okay, I break it down into a few different categories. The first one being clinical hypnosis can be used for healing, for relieving pain, for eliminating fear. Think of that. How many people are affected by fear all the time? PTSD, traumas, regression, it can be used to enhance your immune system, to open your immune system. Do you realize that most people, approximately 80% of their lives, are in a state of stress? And when you're stressed, your immune system cannot work properly. It's shut down. So that means only 20% of your life is your immune system open. And most people, it's a lot less than that. So how can you recover and heal? So it's great to be able to work with these things. There's the whole realm of self-hypnosis. Everything you can do in hypnosis, you can do in self-hypnosis. There's normal hypnosis things such as, when I say normal, I guess you could say non-clinical, such as working with stress and smoking cessation and weight loss and nail biting and bedwetting, and the list goes on. There's actually hundreds of topics. There's comedy hypnosis. Yeah, some of you like comedy hypnosis, some of you don't. I did comedy hypnosis for about 15 years. I love comedy hypnosis. I learned more about clinical and healing and helping hypnosis from doing comedy than just about anything. Because comedy hypnosis, you take people deeper, a lot quicker into hypnosis than you would in any of the other venues. So it's a really good, I guess you could say, learning tool. Then there's the whole metaphysical realm of past life regression, contacting spirits, future life progression, lives between lives, parallel lives, and even spiritual travel. So that's unbelievable, the things you can do that. So now you know my why, because of all these great things with quantum physics and law of attraction and the mind, everything all together. That's what drives me and what excites me and makes me tick. And now you know what makes our hypnosis courses so different from all the others out there. Because all this information that excites me so much, I want to share. And I share it through our courses so I can see other people, so I can help other people to use it. I've seen it literally transform people's lives and change them right before my eyes as I've been able to witness their moments of personal enlightenment. Now, will enlightenment change your life? Probably not, but it will make you look at things differently. It will help you to understand why things are the way they are, rather than just accepting them blindly, which is what most people do. They don't understand it, they accept it. So by having this personal enlightenment, it's almost like you're a bird flying above the sheep instead of being one of the sheep. You can see them. You're still with the group, but you're understanding what's going on. It will give you lots of choices that you've never had before. Now, I'd like to end this video with a related story that I once heard that makes a strong point. It's a simple dialogue that takes place between the Buddha and one of his students. Student says, "Are you a teacher?" Buddha says, "No." The student says, "Are you a priest?" The Buddha says, "No." Student says, "Are you a god?" The Buddha says, "No." The student says, "Then who are you?" Then the Buddha says, "I'm awake in a sleeping world." So now it's time for you to think about, what's your why? What do you do what you do? By understanding your why, it's going to help you to be able to perform in your business so much better, because you'll now know why you're doing it, why it's important. Now, I'd like to thank you for watching this video and ask you to please share it with your friends. If I helped you in any way, I'd appreciate that if you could subscribe below and click on the bell. So have a great day, and I'll see you on the inside. Bye-bye.